I just hope that someday someone would love me.
So nice.
Yo, yo.
Hello. Sorry, guys. I put some hand cream on, but it's like burning my hands right now. I don't know why that is. Hi, everybody. I'm back from LASIK, Alex. You look even sexier than I remembered. Uh-huh. Did it work, Mamba? Did you actually go today? I know you were talking about it. Or I think it was you, right? I think I am coming down with something because my throat kind of hurts and it's been kind of, I don't know, not sore, but I feel like maybe it's just been dry, like all day. Like maybe our place has been dry all day, but I'm a little tired. I almost fell asleep. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it has been a long day. Flu A has been rampant at our nursing facility. Yeah, something's going around right now, man. Like, I felt like I had something 2 weeks ago, and I sort of feel like it hasn't left. Nice keyboard on your desk. Thank you very much. Medicine will bring you some salvation. Or keyboards will. I have an exam in 2 hours. See you on Sunday. Bye, Mike. Take care. Enjoy your exam. Or I guess studying for it or prepping for it. Yeah, today is our final stream for the next 2 days. Then I'm taking a break tomorrow and Saturday. I'm probably going to be catching up on some other stuff, but Ram, thank you again for the sub, by the way. Thank you guys for the follows already too. But yeah, it's just gonna be a very, very relaxing stream today. Oh, wrong scene. My stream elements or my stream deck is not working today, so I got my account banned yesterday. I guess it was ruining the vibe of stream. Your account was banned? Squill, I don't know what you're talking about. There's a weird echo in keyboard chat? Echo in keyboard chat? Oh, oh man. Oh man. Do you have R5 on the keyboard on your desk? No. Actually, yes. I think I'm... No, actually, I don't think I do. Do I? Now I don't remember. Guys, I'm exhausted today. I am full-fledged exhausted. I have been shoveling snow twice because we got hit with crazy amounts of snow. I am tired from looping switches today, although I think I did an excellent job on these. So D-Wood, thank you so much.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Turtles Lick.
No coffee. I had an energy drink today, but I did have it a little bit earlier, so all my snow just melted. No shoveling for me. Ours has been sitting here, so I've done nothing but school and Forza CS2. Lucky. More Milky Yellows? Of course! Milky Yellows are the best switch. I'll hydrate. And then I also got a canker sore, or whatever it's called, mouth ulcer. I think it's just been a mix of stress. Realistically, it's been like a weird day. My brother just got me Tuck Key's roasted boba for my birthday yesterday, and I'm excited to use it. Hey, you know what? Don't apologize for being PBT. You're on that side, and that's totally fair. Singa, is that how it's pronounced? Utah? Hit 42 Fahrenheit today. Could have worn shorts. Wait, what's 42 Fahrenheit in Celsius? No, it was pretty chilly today. It was, dude, I want to say something. Two things. I have not seen this much snow in what feels like years, which was also pretty cool. Then I also want to say the city today, because I had to go into the city to drop off mail because a whole bunch of reasons. Basically, I had scheduled pickups today, and then deliveries didn't get delivered today because the snow. So I ended up finding one place that actually accepted my delivery today, and I had to go into the city, and it was not well shoveled anywhere, like for pedestrians. Like, dude, to go across the street, you'd have to cross giant snowbanks. In some cases, I would say some of them were like a foot and a half, 2 foot deep. So I don't have boots that long, so I would just kind of sink into them. But it was a hassle, man. I did not enjoy that at all. That was a giant hassle. So, you know, it was what it was, I guess. But did you not lock? Did you thock your head again? No falling today. Team Polygon 7 delivered today as well. Let's go, dude. Let's go. But yeah, that's been my day. I'm exhausted. So like once we're done stream today, I was gonna do a double stream today, but unfortunately I had tons of stuff to do again today, so I'm probably just gonna stream tomorrow. It's gonna be a short stream, but yeah, just today's been exhausting, man. I know I keep saying that, but I mean it. How have you guys been? Hope everyone's been well. Everyone's been good, I hope. Coffee saved my school. What happened? Oh, you had some coffee and it helped you wake up.
I can't go to the gym sadly cause I'm still coughing and I'd feel bad if I went.
Definitely feel better first. I'm going to take the next 2 days off. I guess this is not working today. No, I mean, I do mean it when I'm saying, like, other than that one little small stream, which is for funsies, it's going to be like a little bit of a personal build. I'm not going to be doing anything else. Like, the next 2 days are going to be some catch up for some emails. But I'm going to be taking some time just to, like, rest. Because I'm a little bit, not burnt out per se, but I'm just a little bit tired, like, physically from waking up so early. So, thank you, Bull. I need to pick up Bull's package today, too. Well, tomorrow. It's going to be one of my other little small tasks that I'm going to do. But let's take a look at the keyboard today. It's going to be super chill today, so if you guys just want some, like, decent vibes. Any plans for Valentine's Day? Not really. And honestly, I'm going to say this as someone who is, like, even if you wanted to do something now for Valentine's Day, like, the weather is not permitting. So, unless you're kind of unless you're going indoors somewhere, like, good luck. It is not the right year for Valentine's Day stuff. Real ones find a way. Don't let them gaslight you, bro. Ooh. Haven't built a Salvation in a while. You're not going to give the Kohaku a kiss? I'll give you guys all a kiss. Alright. Little Salvation Day. What's up, Ad? How you doing? How's the snow been, Ad? Oh gosh.
You know one way to pick up Bowl's package? Tier list for reference.
Excuse? Very much excuse? God, I love this colored PCB. You know, the one thing I will say about Wilba's PCBs, they were always such good colors. He probably had the best color schemes for PCBs. We got like 5 inches of snow yesterday, and we're getting 8 more. Dude, we're getting some more are we getting more tomorrow or Saturday? I'm so fucking smart that I shoveled in slides in a sweater. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. 30 over the weekend? Like 30 more centimeters? Heiny 2, love the pretty green PCBs. Yes, this one here in particular is like the perfect shade of green in my opinion. It does. It has a little bit of the signature smile from Wilba's PCBs, but ultimately not a huge problem.
Wilba's will always be one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love Wilba's PCBs. I do. The only thing I don't love is obviously the curve that comes with it, but I mean, not really a big problem, but 30 more centimeters. Guys, I'm over the snow. I'm over it. Can we stop? Who do we talk to for that? I don't want to do it anymore. I'm over it already. Alex loves curved things. I'll take your snow. Talk to Mother Nature. Tell Doug Ford to fix it. Just warm the earth more. I love shoveling. It's fun once in a blue moon. I think God is taking appointments on Sundays. A flamethrower? Trump. Dude, I'm just over it, man. I don't want to deal with any more snow. I'm so tired. All right, let's get the other stuff we need out of here. Let's just take it all out. I'm over it. All right. So, we need our plate. And then we need this. Actually, you know what? I'm not sure. Are we doing a plate? We need to triple check. Triple checking. If you pretend it's not there, it's not. Honestly, that's kind of true. That is true. If you pretend like it's just... You know, that's a good point. Maybe I'll just tariff the snow. True. These are all really good points. Why shovel? It's going to snow anyways. Okay, can I say, the only reason I even decided to go outside and shovel was because I thought I was particularly getting a package today, and that did not happen. So that's the only reason I went. I don't think I've ever seen this silver salvation. God damn. This is pretty in silver. Why wipe my ass?
Just yell at it and tell it it's really bad, and tell it that it needs to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna tell it to piss off. I think maybe now the Salvation is getting lower in price when you find it on sale, but I don't think it was the cheapest board. I think because of maybe how unique this was at the time, it kind of justified its price point. How often should I refresh my stabs? I do not think that's a noob question. I would personally say that only refresh them if you feel like there's ticking noises. And you know, I would even say the best way to do that is if you're on a hot swap PCB is to take the board apart, fully clean the stabs and like any lube that maybe has settled underneath the stabs, and redo them that way. I know it's a big task, but I personally think that is the smarter overall way of doing that. Because if you don't, you potentially run into pooling any amount of lube at the bottom of a stabilizer. And I don't know if you guys have ever had to deal with that, but it sounds nasty, man. It sounds real bad when you pool a lot of lube and it sits underneath a stab. So, dude, there were some crazy Salvation sales. I guess let's start with our stabilizers. Where are they? Here they are. There were some insane ones. But yeah, how are you guys doing today? Did you guys do anything fun? Anything new? Anything exciting? Actually, you know what? Because this was actually coordinated over Discord. I don't know if I know the layout either. Let's also ask for the layout. Normally I ask for people to send in forms, but I think this got shifted around. That's why we're talking over DMs, but... bro, any sort of little pooling under my stab will instantly start making my stab stick to the PCB. It drives me
thanks
crazy.
for all of the great content over the past 2 years.
Thank
Your
you, Ray.
stream is always a chill place to vibe and learn about an awesome hobby. Keep slaying, my man.
I'm going to try my best. Thank you so much, dude. I will try my absolute best to keep on going. That is very kind of you, my friend. Alright, let's do one stab at a time here. No, I can also tell when the stabs do that, and it drives me up the walls as well. So you guys are not alone in that thought process. I hate it. At work, excited to get home and walk into my door without having to shovel snow. Why does Anna... Is that Anna who said that? Anna, why does Anna hate me, bro? Hi, way too lucky. God, I am so out of it today. Guess what I'm typing on? Tell me. Ain't it Geo1? You are so funny, Adam. It rhymes with Talvation. Damn, I can't guess. Is it a tofu? My Tatooine keycaps are supposed to arrive on Saturday, but USPS is trash. I wonder if they're also running into problems in the States because of the weather. I feel like every shipment that I was expecting for the next few days has been kind of delayed. So, I mean, not to lean too much on, the weather, but I gotta say, this is the first time in a long time I've seen this much snow. Here, anyways, in Toronto. Gotta say, dude. Gotta say. Did you guys enjoy the weather though? Like, do you guys enjoy snow? I have a love-hate relationship with it. Like, it's cool to look at, but then past that, like traversing it and just like moving around in it, I'm done. I'm all right. You know. USPS is not trash. Is not trash? I love snow. It's -4 Fahrenheit here, and I'm over it. What is that into Celsius? I feel like that's really cold. Man, I took a walk last night because the snow looked pretty. The worst feeling to me, and this happened to me today, the worst feeling was I was walking to go drop off some mail. I took a few steps forward, and I was trying to pass one of those like big banks of snow that the snowplows make. And then it happened, and I hate when this happens. My boot goes up to like my ankle, right? So it's a little bit more of a lower cut boot. Then the snow got in my boot, and it just pooled and got my sock all wet. And I just like, I lose interest in the day. You know, like I don't even want to do anything anymore after that happens. Dude, it's disgusting. And after that, I was just like, I'm over this, dude. That snow should have been me, huh? And that was my last straw. And then after that, I said, I'm not doing anything else today. So nice.
I forget to cancel my Amazon Prime, neutral face, but hey, now I get cool dinosaur egg.
Yeah! Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Jessel. I'm also sorry you didn't get to cancel it. Alan, thank you so much for 11 months. Thank you. Wait, so is this stream... So, is this the stream an attempt to redeem Adam's soul? Do you guys want it to be? It could be. My dino is... Dude, I need to still make new ones. I can't get a hold of that artist who did the original one for us. So I may just, like, make my own at this point here. I'm probably just gonna, like, try and do some fun art to make the dinosaur a little different. So, actually, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. That sounds really fun. Maybe expect, if you guys have subbed for a while here, expect the dinosaur to maybe be changed. Maybe I'll put a beard on him or something. Did you see the video I replied to you with? I feel like I did. What was it again? Evolve to what? Dude, it'd be funny, actually. Maybe I can make an evolution. Maybe it'll be like... evolved into something new. Yeah, a jetpack on it or something, like a tech dino. AI dino. Me wearing slides in the snow, complaining about the hole in my sock. Oh gosh. Did you actually go out in slides, bro? A mustache? That'd be funny too. Alex, has there been a YouTube comment that actually got you mad/frustrated? Yeah, I mean, there's been a few. I think the most frustrating ones are the ones that have nothing to do with the keyboard. And like, I know I joke around about it, and they don't really get under my skin for that long, but like, when I get dumb ones about commenting about like my teeth or just some physical aspect of me that I have, I just get really like, just like why? Or people that focus on the fact that I don't type with all 5 of my like all 4 of my fingers and my thumb, like, I just think, like, why? Like, why is that the only thing your brain can focus on? Like, why is that something you need to point out? And I think there's brief moments of, like, frustration and anger, but I think ultimately I realized that typically when people are doing that, there's some, like, hidden insecurity. Yeah, that they're projecting. But outside of things that attack me, the other frustrating thing that I see a lot of people do is they try to explain to other people misinformation. Like, there was a video, I don't remember when, but someone was trying to explain, this is recently though, that this particular manufacturer was manufacturing a keyboard. And they went into this like huge rant, and it was just like this long conversation. And I think those are frustrating because his information's all wrong. And he's kind of just dissing the board based off of information that they think is right. Those kind of bother me. Those are like comments that I'm just like, why are you talking? Like, it makes no sense. Like, where'd you even find this random information? And I think the only other comments that kind of not get under my skin per se, but just kind of like, I don't know, just kind of like, why? It's just people who just like come in combative. You know what I mean? Like, I know those people are just the worst to talk to IRL. Like, they're just not fun people to talk to. I will say this though, the comment that I think really got under my skin wasn't even keyboard related. I had made a Reddit post about my Leica camera, and I had posted my lens that I had picked up. And you know, it's just so like the whole point was just like, hey, look, I finally got the lens I've been after type thing, and that was it. And I hate this particular mindset of people. Why did you get this when you could have just got this? And they said that about the lens. And I think those interactions infuriate me. Because it's like, I don't know, man. Like, why do you need to insert your opinion over what I'm doing? Like, that's not the point of these things. So that I know that particular comment, and I made like a rude remark back type thing, and then they DM'd me, and then I think they DM'd me. I'm pretty sure. I think it was them. But yeah, those are like the things that get under my skin the most. Is LOL, why buy this? Just get this one instead because this is obviously the better deal. It's like, all right, dude. No one asked you, first of all. Second of all, like, just keep your opinion to yourself. But yeah, I'd say it's very rare that anything else gets under my skin, though. Like, maybe back in the day when people used to just harp on everyone having fake sound tests, that was kind of annoying. That doesn't happen at all anymore, though. Like, a few years ago, the only comment I'd ever see is, oh, Alex edits his sound. Oh, this content creator edits their sound. And that was weird. Like, again, just misinformation, just, like, lying. It was so strange, dude. But yeah, nothing else. In fact, I would say there's probably more comments that I get smiles out of than anything else. You know? More things I can look at and be like, I love these guys. I love these peeps. You know? But yeah, there's rude people. And ultimately, misery loves company. Right? So I try not to, you know, obviously sometimes I vent to you guys, even I'll post something in Discord, but I try not to give it too much of my attention always. What are stabilizer shims for? Shims are for thinner PCBs. So if you have like a 1.2mm PCB and then you notice that the stabs are kind of wibble wobbling, that's when you use a shim. I'm just not a fan of people disparaging others' opinions just because they like foam or other sound signatures. In what sense do you mean? Do you mean like you don't like when people say this opinion doesn't matter because you like foam? But I feel like that kind of plays into what we've been saying though, Shindo, which is just people inserting their own opinions over what you like and how you want to operate your hobby. It's cringe. Like, it is. It's so weird. Next time they ask you to get a better camera, just tell them to take pictures with their eyes, since those are apparently the best quality images. I don't think anyone's ever said get a better camera. But there's definitely been people who just kind of like love to just throw in opinions about everything. And then the best part about all this though is sometimes you get those opinions that are so, or like those comments from YouTube that are so dumb that you're just like, is this rage bait? What is this supposed to be? JN, what's up, dude? Oh, Jen, I sent you some DMs. Can you answer them if you don't mind? Like I think the best comment I've ever seen on YouTube that made me scratch my head and I was dying of laughter was the comment about how someone could literally make this themselves at home, an aluminum keyboard. And it's like, out of what? Like a fucking hammer and chisel? Like, what are you talking about? Like, they were going off about the raw materials of aluminum and how they could just, like, buy this themselves and easily do it themselves. All right, do you want to go drop, like, how much is it for a CNC machine? It's crazy. That one there made me laugh. Yeah, I make my own. Yeah. Those ones there are always funny. The numpad was hilarious. The numpad comment. We still meme about that particular thing to this day. That one had to be one of the most legendary comments. TPK, what's up,
I'd like
dude?
to see what I could build with your raw materials.
Huh? Thank you so much for the tier 1 though, man. I appreciate it, dude. You don't have a CNC router in your backyard? Not anymore, man. And I think another great time was when that person was just trying to rip on me for typing not like them. And they were saying that if they had done, YouTube comment on, or YouTube, Boney, thank you so much for the 5 tier 1s, and Jam, thank you so much for your Prime. And they kept going on about how, like, if they were a professional keyboard builder or whatever, that they'd learn to type. And it was just like this whole rant, and he just kept going on and on. And I think I was just in a bad mood that day, and I remember I went to his YouTube channel, and he played, like, golf, or I don't know what he was. And I was like, why do you even... Because he kept saying, like, why do you even bother buying keyboards if you can't type? And then I just commented on all his videos. Why bother playing golf if you're not the best? Like, you're not even in tournaments. Why bother playing?
458 gifted a tier 1
But
sub to
it
Ralph
pissed him off
Ultra.
so much. Remember the conversation we had prior? Might be time to take a look at it again. Which one, Resident? Just shot back responses to your DMs. Thanks, man. All right, sounds good. Full back, step caps. Got you. Do we want full right shift, or I'm guessing split? Split looks really good on this board. Also, Jan, thank you again for the tier 1, man. I gotta eat. Will you pause for me? Yeah, 1 sec. Why build keybs when
Why
you're a
aren't
T-Rex?
you a star football quarterback, if you know how to kind of throw a football?
Yeah, why enjoy anything? But yeah. Whenever I see people behaving like that, I just assume it's probably jealousy. I mean, yeah, like we said earlier too, it's literally projection. But I don't know, I feel like there's so many good moments in keyboards though. Like, I've had some really amazing moments personally, and I'm sure you guys have had amazing moments too. But I've had some really, really good ones. There's been a few interactions that have really stuck in my mind over the years. I think the best interaction I've ever seen with anyone was one time I don't talk about it as much on stream these days, but when I was first starting off, I talked a lot about financial responsibility. And it was like a talking point like every stream. I'd say it literally every stream. And I remember getting an email, and the email stated basically that this, it was like someone's mom, and the kid watched my stream, and he was really into keyboards, and I guess he really wanted a board, and then the mom's like, you know what, all right, cool, like we'll you can spend your money and you can buy your keyboard now. And he actually told his mom that he didn't want to buy a keyboard because, oh, you know what? We don't have a, hold on 1 second. Jan, this is only split backspace. If that's okay. I know you said full, but I didn't even realize there wasn't options for this. But yeah, but the kid told the mom that he wasn't going to buy a keyboard because he didn't have the money to buy it 3 times over. And the mom actually thanked me and was like, that is a really good, I guess, lesson that he learned from watching my stream. And I was like, that's really awesome. Like, that made me happy. What's the second best interaction? First was when you saw my smile, to be honest. Yeah, that's actually like, that's the very, very first one. Yeah, that's the one there. This is my favorite keyboard moment. Oh my god, not this moment, dude. That's out of context. Oh my, that was me mocking someone because they were being a jackass to me. Oh, that is actually another thing that gets under my skin too, is when people confuse. Oh, I think my headphones are dying. When people confuse just being a good person and not being like super overly mean about delivering criticism versus truth equals anger, which is a very common thing I see in the world. Truth equals anger. But yeah, I think that's my other pet peeve. Well, I'm gonna charge one of these earbuds. I thought these charged. I still can't believe you only type with not all 5 fingers. Really? You've never noticed before? Hold on, let me see what battery percentage of these at. Alright, let them charge. Well, let one of them charge. Oh, but yeah, and I think one of my other favorite moments too was we had. This is actually maybe a little while ago as well. There was someone who was going through something in keyboards that I helped out one time, and the response back I got from them was like just crazy. It was very emotional. Which one is this? Is this when Simon threw the keyboard back? Hold on. I don't... What the hell happened here? Whoa! What is this clip? What is Simon doing? Huh? Hold on. What is that? What is even the context of that clip? Like, what is he doing with this desk? This was like 3 years ago? I don't remember this. What the heck? I forgot the context. It's been years. I'm assuming that camera is... Hopefully it's okay, but... Lets you plug earbuds into your audio device and you never have to charge. It's pretty crazy. No, I know. I just... it's okay. I like the freedom of having wireless for headphones. I will admit, it's like one of my favorite things. I got you, though. I got you. Crazy. I was crazy once. Same. So I actually think a plate would be nice for this particular board. So I actually might stick with the plate. I'm probably gonna go plate on this. Also, I started watching Band of Brothers. God damn, it's really good. That clip hurts my soul. Yeah, that was a tough watch. That was a really tough watch, dude. Oh yeah, we were commenting about your 3 times lesson.
I was getting the information of the candidates that the non-profit I work at needed. Over 70 applicants and I had to get the information for the team to interview them. Was listening to your talks. Yes, take some rest, you deserve it. And wow, is that a silver salvation because I am legit typing on my silver salvation. So I recently bought a toilet brush. Long story short, I'm going back to toilet paper. Perchance?
Huh? Band of Brothers is my number one. It's really good so far. Honestly, I'm so shocked that I've never seen it. Like, I don't know why I never saw it. Like, it is so good, dude. It is so good. Shocked. Legitimately shocked I've never watched it before. And then the other thing I really want to start, which is probably going to be tomorrow, is I really want to watch, well, I guess not even watch, but catch up on this season of Solo Leveling. So Jan, you don't have to, no spoilers or anything, but how are you liking Silo Season 2? It's good, right? Like, I think it's good. I actually have been really enjoying it. Solo Leveling is so good. The new season's really good. God, I love the color of this PCB. It's okay, we're good. The Wire? Like the show The Wire? Have I seen that before? I thought you hated green. No, I actually really like green. At one point, I wasn't really into the color green, but I think I've grown to really, really like it. Blue is not my favorite color in the world. Um, 100 watch Solo Leveling. Wait, what happened? 100 watch? Oh, 100%. Yeah, I need to watch it for sure. When is the new Daredevil series coming out? You don't like blue? Alex doesn't like green because he isn't greedy. I hope I'm not. That's one thing I always think about too. I don't know if you guys self-reflect something like this sometimes. But like, the one thing I don't want to be on this world, the one thing I want to be, well, here's what I want to be. I want to be kind and I want to not be greedy. So I try my best to live by those values sometimes, but sometimes I self-reflect and I'm just like, was I in this case, or whatever aspect I'm thinking for, but I feel like blue keeps get so much hate. I just don't like, I don't know why. Blue, even when I first started keyboards, like just in general, I just don't love the color blue. Like, little secret is I bought myself a coat and I was convinced to buy the color blue for the coat, and I don't wear that coat very often. I just don't like it. And yeah, the coat was navy blue, but I just don't, I don't know. It's just not my color of choice. I prefer like other colors. I don't know why. Yeah, like I like a pastel blue is cool, but again, depending on what, but navy's never been my favorite color. You hate blue as much as you hate hot swap? I don't hate hot swap. Take it back. Take it back, Annette. This Annette guy. This freaking guy, dude. Jan, I was going back and forth on how I wanted to lube these switches today, but I ultimately settled on doing a little bit of GS2, just because I really do personally think the GS2 on Milky Yellows sound way better. Keycaps in blue, also not a huge fan. It's not bad. Like, I guess I don't... There are some aspects of the color blue that I'm like, yeah, I can vibe with it, but typically, meh. Navy is good in combination with other colors, but navy on its own can really be dull. I agree with that. That's a good statement. Which one's GMK Gateway? Sounds really familiar, but now I don't remember what it is. Like, the color of these films are really nice. I don't know if you guys can see the color blue here. I like the color of that. That's a nice blue. What's wrong with dull? I go through phases with colors, though. Like, sometimes I'm all about just vibrancy in a room. Like, right now I'm going through one of those phases. Like, not that you guys can see in the background just because I don't want to distract you guys, but I know myself, and I'm kind of slowly falling out of love with that. So I feel like we all go through phases like this. I'm thinking about doing more of like a calmed down setup. Decor, rather. These are from Novel Keys. What about teal color from Neo? Fuck, I need to look at that again. I don't remember what their teal looked like. Oh, gosh.
Alex hates blue. Alex also hates the GM case set that shall not be named. So does that mean Alex hates the company where he ordered his whiteboard? Now am I blue?
This zany guy, man. I suddenly love beige everything. Beige is such a nice color because beige is a little bit warm and it makes you kind of happy, right? Well, for me at least. Alex, chat, do you know an appropriate paint or something else I could use to make this Salvation plate matte red? The thing is, it's an FR4 plate. I don't know how well a paint will stick to FR4. And you can't really sand down FR4 because it's fiberglass and it's not healthy for you. I don't know is the answer. You also have to be careful when you're painting plates because you're also going to change the tolerance of the plate for switches. So you have to be a little bit careful there too. I'm obsessed with beige, but with slight fun colors. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's really nice. Don't sand down FR4. Yes. Please, be careful. It's fiberglass. It's very bad for you. Beige is the perfect combination with other things. Agreed. So I was driving, or am I driving? Wait, so I was driving or am driving while listening to your stream, and Twitch decided to play the clip of Simon throwing his keyboard at random time, and it scared me. Stream pauses, and all I hear is the glass breaking, and then I hear, oh fuck. Wait, I didn't watch that clip. It wasn't his keyboard, it was the camera. So wait, did he break his camera? I know it's an old clip, but I'm so curious now. Motif is really pretty. It's a gorgeous looking set. Almost lost that. I've only ever dropped a lens, and let me tell you guys, when I dropped that lens, I was like, my heart also dropped at the same time, twice as fast. But I was much younger, and I dropped my what was it? I had just picked up an ultra wide lens, and I remember I went downtown to go take photos, and I was literally walking home, walking up our driveway. And I don't know why I did this, but I was like, oh, let me take off the lens before I get inside, and I'll just put the lens in my bag and put the other lens, the 50 mil that I had, on. And I went to go take off the ultra wide, and it just slipped, and it fell, and my heart dropped, and I was like, please, I just got this thing. Luckily, and props to Nikon, the lens was built like a tank. And yeah, I chipped some of the paint, but it was optically perfect. And I'm like, thank God, dude. Nikon does make, well, I don't know about Nikon these days, but they do make good stuff. How many lens caps have I lost? Dude, every time I lose a lens cap, I'm just so depressed. Like, I lost a few I lost one coming home from the Toronto meetup for keyboards. And I was so bummed. And I had to go buy another one, and you know, lens caps are not cheap. I lost one of my Fuji ones. The Fuji lens caps, like the official ones, also a few bucks. And it's just like, it's a pain in the butt to lose those things. It really is. All right. We got this all set up over here. Next up, installation of these guys. I hate doing these ones, so what I'm going to do is we're actually going to get our fan over here. And we're going to put this out, just so I don't get dust everywhere. Well, fiberglass anyways. Salvation today, haven't seen one of these in a while. Yeah, I'm happy to do a Salvation, always. Always happy to do a Salvation. Do you remember where all the springs go? Yes. Rule of thumb with Salvation is springs go everywhere except for the sides. That is the typical rule of thumb. Yeah, I'm going to be very careful. I'm glad that Salvin said that if they do these again, they're not going to make them so you have to break them off yourself. Why the fan? FR4. Have you done platelet salvation? Yeah, I don't necessarily love the way it feels though. Like, it is a very bouncy typing experience, and it's kind of cool if you're into that, but again, you kind of have to be really into it. Not my absolute fave. I would even say perhaps bouncier. Actually, depends on the PCB you use. Like, this PCB probably wouldn't have been really bad for it, but it is it's extremely bouncy. Alright, so let's put this to the side, and let's grab our tweezers, and let's start putting these on. So these basically go where all those dots go, right in the center, if memory serves. The silver is nice though. It's a great looking color. We'll watch the stream at some point, but what was the Neo CU like? I really liked it. I think it's an excellent choice and an excellent board to put in the lineup of keyboards that I can put on a mass recommendation list. The only thing which I did address, and unfortunately I don't think nothing's going to be done about it, just because apparently it's too late in the production for it, was the foot sits a little too flush with the weight. But there are some, I guess, simple workarounds, so it's not the end of the world, but again, I think it's good to note those things. But it's very much an excellent keyboard. If I needed a 65 right now and I didn't want to go with something like a mode board, I'd pick up one up easily. Have you ever seen the Yakia keyboard? Let me see. Oh, the Yakult one. Yeah, it's just for the keyboard or the set? This is for the set. Yeah, I've seen this. I've seen a whole bunch of the renders for these floating around the internet. Drones flying over the crib for a third day in a row and some Alexotos. What more can I ask for? What's up, Bunny Hop? How you doing, man? Is that a custom animal on the polyboard? So this was the stock configuration that you could have gotten for this board.
Gang.
Dude, what's up, Megamo? How you doing? How you doing? You playing games right now? Let's see. Do I remember how to do this? This one here always eludes me. this is actually another part that's kind of annoying to take out. I did finish the Lego movie. Don't hate me, guys. I didn't really like it. It was all right. Like I think if I had a kid or something who can enjoy it with me, it was just okay. Alex, why? But everything is awesome? Yeah, maybe. I don't know, man. I don't want to get into this right now. No, I don't know if Space Cables is... Like, do you mean actually, or just metaphorically? Like, no, they're done as a company, but I have no idea about them as a person. All I can do is hope the best. I don't know. I hope things didn't bring them to a point where they did something stupid, but... Alex, ban Annette. He said I'm overrated. And is that true? You said that, bro? Metaphorically, yeah, they're done as a company. They are completely done as a company. Lego is overrated? Really? I think Lego's awesome. Oh my god, please. I assume he dipped out and then ghosted all socials as well. I hate... Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I'm not trying to defend Space Cables or anything, okay? Reagan had been a great guy for a long time. He had a good head on his shoulders, and out of the 4 or 5 years that I knew him, both professionally and personally, he legitimately, like, lovely human being. He had a lot of respect from even the other vendors in the hobby. You know, that's even why Novel Keys wanted to help out, as well as Omnitype. Like, he did a lot of great things. He helped a lot of brands. He helped Key Cult Cerakote things, which I don't even know if it's, like, you know, not public knowledge, but, you know, don't know if people realize that he did help, like, towards the end. Like, he was a good guy. Without going into too many details, because I don't even know if they're all true or not, I think there was just some unfortunate circumstances that happened, you know, with the business, as well as, you know, and this is the thing, I don't even know, like, where some of the money went. He seemed stressed out towards the end, but all I could really hope toward, like, for him at all, like, I don't agree at all with what he did, and I think he could have asked for help. And I understand that from our point of view, that's sometimes very difficult to do. Sometimes it's very difficult to ask for help. And yeah, I think as a friend even, it kind of bothers me. It pisses me off, you know, like that I didn't get approached and be like, can you help me? Because I want to help my friends. I'm sure everyone here wants to help their friends. Like, I would have loved to help. And I think I'm also bothered on a personal level because of that. And then also really angry because he kind of screwed everyone over. I think he's one of the few cases that I knew personally and well enough that I think this whole situation bothered him and affected him more than we can even possibly imagine. No excuse. I'm not trying to make excuses for the guy, but I if I knew him well enough, based off of, again, getting to know him, I just hope it didn't put him in a spot of no return mentally, or, you know, maybe some long-winded recovery mentally, but I don't know. He still hasn't really said anything to me, and that's his business now. It's gonna be on him. But I mean, ultimately, guys, people who run these businesses are people. Some people are really fucking shitty, and I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Like, I've known a few vendors who ended up being really shitty, and you know what? Makes sense. That's their character. Reagan was a bit of a surprise, and I think that's what bummed me out more than anything, right? It just didn't expect it to happen. Thank you, Miata. I appreciate it. You know what you mean? Yeah, I know what you mean. Better to go ask for someone help than to be prideful and let it go downhill. Yeah, especially when you're running a business. Like, you're not only affecting yourself there, so. Any idea what happened to Vala? I purchased stuff from them previously. Vala, I have no clue. Vala has always been kind of like on a watch list with everyone. But I have no idea what's happened with Vala. They're kind of a small team, and I don't know exactly their intentions. But I didn't know them personally. Space was always good to me. Had no problems at all ever. My last sad memory of them is GMK Cyrillic Red. I have from their surprise drop sealed. Oh, you got it? You picked it up? Unfortunately, sometimes when people struggle, instead of asking for help, and this might be a thing, I hope that changes. People isolate themselves instead of reaching out early. Yeah, like, it would have been great. And maybe that's a good message that we can kind of take from this today is, guys, if you guys are ever struggling with anything, like, ask people for help. You know, reach out. It doesn't always have to be a solo battle, you know? There are some really great people who are more than willing to help. All right, so these two are going to be for these ones. I don't think we need all of these, but... all right. Now, these two black ones go there. And then... okay. Let's see. Let's see if I remember all the screw combinations here. I've been saying this for a while, but the vendors are going to start consolidating hard. Only the big guys will remain. Yep, I agree. I don't disagree. I think only the vendors who really have something... Okay, and I say this with the utmost respect, by the way. This is not just me like rambling on. I think just the state of the world, people aren't as willing to spend money on random things anymore. And I think if you're a vendor who doesn't really offer anything different from the next, you're going to fall apart. You know, unless that's not your main job and you're still doing it as a hobby, then sure. But I do think that you're going to have to start offering things that are unique and that only comes from you. So... there's going to be a big... it happened a long time ago. I've said this for many, many, many years. There's going to be a wave of businesses in the keyword hobby that kind of disappear. How's it going? What's up, Keeper? It's going. I'd say it's going just fine today. More competition is always a good thing for the consumer. I mean, yes, but I think in the case of the keyboard world, for example, when everyone's just selling the same product at MSRP, like, for example, some basic stuff like switches, and everyone's selling them at like $10, and that's just the standard, it never changes. I don't think it really helps anyone. It doesn't help people grow as a business when everyone's just buying 2 items from every brand who opens. Yes, competition is healthy, but when it comes to just reselling products, I don't know if it's the right argument to make personally. I think competition is healthy for innovation. And I think that's where it's super, super healthy. And if we were able to bring down prices of things and make slimmer margins, I guess. But also you kind of have to make that up elsewhere, right? Which is its whole other conversation. I keep buying new switches, but always end up with Milky Yellow Pros. A lot of stuff these days for switches is long pull. A lot of new switches are all long pull switches. So I understand what you're saying there. Yeah, I'm using the Ordinary Labs one still. Yeah, they are quite short though, huh? I wish they were a bit longer. I do think the issue with group buys and pre-orders being the norm, I do appreciate that it allows people to make interesting projects without huge MSQs and stuff. Businesses fail. But and with open group buys, etc., more people lose out when it happens. So, I'm going to play devil's advocate. And while I agree with a lot of what you're saying, there is more room for failure there. Devil's advocate, Swoop, is you kind of have to be a bad business person. And I think to let that fail, like when you're just collecting money for a group buy and then, waiting for the orders to come in. In the case, okay, for example, what I mean by that is if you're accepting $100,000 worth of orders and it's time to place the order and you're like, fuck, I don't have the money, then I think it's just it's an extra spotlight on how bad of a business you're running. When you're like, oh shit, the money I collected up front for all the products is now gone? How will I ever survive?
I don't know if you get told this much, but I hope you're doing good mentally.
Thank you,
You
Boney.
bring such a good light into this world.
Thank
and
you,
I
Boney.
hope you're just doing okay. Especially
Thank you,
for
thank
all
you.
things you do for the hobby and all the people you help.
Oh, thank you very much, man. That means a lot, Boney. But I think it just accentuates the bad business, And then, this one here's not supposed to go here. And then the other thing, so again, to play devil's advocate, is I think the business would have also just failed anyways had they bought in stock products anyways. Obviously, there's more room to fuck around with collecting money up front and not having to commit to anything and just running away with money, obviously.
I think with this industry consolidation we are talking about, there are going to be designers and vendors partnering for exclusivity, or possibly vendors hiring designers on full time instead of designers being independent. I do worry a bit about this though, because at the start, while it might be a good thing for both parties, I think it could end up being really detrimental for creativity and innovation later down the line.
I would argue it's going to be the same. There's always going to be someone who creates something new, regardless if they work for someone or not. I would argue it'll be same. But the other thing I wanted to say though is, okay, last thing I wanted to say about the whole group buy situation stuff. My other thought is realistically though, when a lot of these businesses have failed, with the exception of maybe one or two that I can think of. But I would say Vala being one of the bigger ones, it was actually more an issue of them allocating a lot of extra funds to in-stock products that weren't moving. And I don't know if that's brought up enough. So Vala and even Mex & Co. Allocated a lot of extra money they had to extras. And when all those things just sit stagnant on a shelf because they're not selling, which happened, you're kind of left in this weird spot as a business where you're kind of minus money, and then you're funding the previous project with the newest project because you made a gamble on buying extra inventory. And that's what happens with a lot of these businesses, is they make stupid gambles on the old product. But here's the other thing. I gotta say this too. I can't switch views. Hold on. My thing's not working. Ultimately, it's the business's fault, right? And I say this with the utmost respect too. There's a lot of people I find, I'll use just the keyboard hobby for an example. This happens a lot where, let's just say I'm going to run a set, and let's say Lanes and who else can I pick on? Let's say Lanes and Crispy are like, Alex, why aren't you making a 40s kit? And Lane and Crispy's gathers 50 signatures saying you should make a 40s kit. And I'm like, all right, I guess 50 people want it. And then I make the 40s kit and nobody fucking buys it. And now it's sitting on my shelf. This happens so much in the keyboard hobby. It's like people are like, I would have bought that if it was in stock. And then when time comes being like, okay, it's in stock, I don't want it anymore. Or I just don't want it. I just wanted to say I wanted it. I just wanted to say, oh yeah, I would have bought it if it was in stock. This happens so often, and I think a lot of times the businesses listen to that, and then that's it. Like they buy extra product, it sits on a shelf, and then boom, now they're playing this terrible game of funding old projects with new projects. So that does happen. People lie, no way. Yeah. It's very difficult to gauge real interest, in my opinion. This one here. The general wisdom of the internet is 8% of people who said they would buy it actually, but for base kits it's about 40. Yeah, I'm sure there's stats so people can like better verify that in the future, but anyways, I do think the group buy model has tons of flaws, for sure. But I can also see where it's necessary, and I don't hate the group buy model. Some may call it a necessary evil, but I don't know. I don't hate the model itself. I think for projects that vendors are unsure about, or stuff that's really kind of like different, I think it makes sense to run a group buy instead of investing money on something that everyone may not like, you know. Now, I am curious. I may actually put we'll see, I guess. I find with this keyboard sometimes, if it ends up being a little pingy, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a kind of like a little pseudo force break. Although I don't think this is screwing in very nicely here. Oh, hold on. My headphone has died, I think. Let's switch headphones. I sent you an email sending you some Switch Edge design. Oh, yeah, sure, Key. Can you send me another email? I hate to ask you, but can you just DM me again? Would be very kind of you. Okay, you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to use the other screw for these ones. I think I have to use the black screw on both sides here. When people register online for events, you're lucky if 50% of people actually show up. Yeah, no, it's true. It is true. I very much agree with that. God. I don't know if you guys are feeling it today. I am feeling it today. I am so ready to just wind down later and play some games or make a snack or something. I don't know. In stock doesn't make sense for small designers doing tiny board runs. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Everyone can run their business differently. All I ask is for communication, honesty, and I mean, really, that's it. Communication and honesty are the key things. And kindness. Maybe kindness, too. When running a business. Just do that, and I think you'll succeed. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm being a little bit generous there, but... No, I haven't even bothered to play Destiny. The only game I've really been able to kind of muster up some energy to play is, like, TFT. I have not played a whole hell of a lot of things. Although my friend and I played this other game on Steam the other night. It was like this roguelike shooter demo that we played. Because the whole game's not out yet. And I think when that game comes out, I'm going to buy it. Although I don't remember what it was. From a business side, Alex, wouldn't pre-orders be better than doing a long group buy with the pre-order being very short? I mean, the pre-order is just I think people can say anything if they want to say it, but to me, a pre-order is the commitment to ordering the product no matter what the MOQ hits. Some people will also call a pre-order a promise from the vendor that this has already started production, which I think also makes a lot of sense. I think it's fair to assume that as well. But the problem is some people will tell you that their product is pre-order when it hasn't even been ordered yet, right? And then, yeah, also what Elquan just said, you also have to have, in some cases, $50,000 to $100,000 up front to start that manufacturing process. Yeah, like, to be honest, I know this is so dumb sounding. I would even consider the problem with Fuji, like the Fuji X100 I think that's essentially a group buy. Like pre-ordering something and then it coming in like a year and a half later, like you're just funding. Either way, you're funding the production for it ahead of time, and they get to keep your money for that long. So for me, it's all the same shit. All right, let's put this in. Interest-free loan, yeah. Hope no one's getting bored of these conversations with keyboard stuff here. I really like the Salvation. I mean, I've always thought it was a good sounding board. You kind of have to know how to build it. Like, it does require some, like, finessing for it to get sounding good. So you kind of do have to, like, again, kind of have to know what you're doing with this board, I feel. All right. Any keycap choices you would like to see today, JN? I'm lounging in my chair just listening to the conversation. It is a fun conversation if everyone's level-headed about it, for sure. Oh, I do not like what just happened here with my chat window. Happy Valentine's Day? Yeah, I won't be able to get to see you guys tomorrow, so happy Valentine's Day early. Happy Valentine's Day. If I don't stream, which I should stream. It's either going to be tomorrow or Saturday. Thank you for getting me hooked on Milky Yellows. It's so good, right? They're so good. Actually, I still can't use that, so let me just do this. Side cam. There we go. I don't know what happened to my sub thing here. My whole window got shifted over when I went to go do this. Let's see. I'll let chat pick a set. I don't have high vis. I know some people might ask for striker. I don't really know where my striker set is. Let me see. What do we got? Anything fun I could use today? Should we do Crimson Cadet because it's Valentine's Day? How does that sound? Bento? Bento could work, actually. Alright, we'll do Crimson Cadet. I gotta take it off this board, though. These are Gatoron Milky Yellows. Alright. Darling? I think I might be missing one or two keycaps from my Darling set. It just happens to be the split backspace options for it. Have you seen the QK Alice duo? I feel like someone showed me that already. Yeah, I think I have seen that, Crummy. It looks cool. There's also a new Alice keyboard or a split keyboard coming out, or I guess it's an Alice keyboard coming from Wuche that also looks interesting. I don't think it's a Wuche design. I think they're just producing it, but that one there looks kind of cool too. I think it's maybe I don't know why the Fuji red is not 100% the correct color, but whatever studio is Vanny Alice, is that the one that they're running? That's not Greg. Guys, unfortunately, we have a keyboard request that we're doing kinda soonish that we're gonna be using Greg for. So just like hold off. Just hold off, okay, guys? Crimson Greg? Absolutely not. Please don't ever say that again. How dare you? Who started that? Who started Crimson Greg? So we can punish them. Keep Science? No, it wasn't Keep Science. Was it Keep Science? better be the real Greg. Was it Keep Science? It was close. Is there a chip in this, actually? You know what? I just noticed that. There's a little chip in the thing over here. I just realized. I might have thought that was dirt or something. Did you notice that, by the way? John, I don't even know if you opened it, JN. Silver Sharpie? That's not little. Yeah, we could actually put some Silver Sharpie over that to make it nicer, but Photoshop it out, and I don't think it works that way. This is the plate. This is, oh geez, FR4. But if Sharpie works, that's okay. Yeah, I'm sure we can make it look a little nicer. I don't think you're getting I don't know if these still exist anywhere. Does anyone still sell these boards at this point here? Is this a mystery B stock? Yeah, actually, where did you pick this one here up, Jan? Out of curiosity. This could be a B stock unit. Maybe that's why. It could be a B stock. Oh, it was the B stock ones. Okay.
That was a nice marketing strategy suggesting Crimson Cadet Alex. I have a silver salvation and now you're really gonna make me buy it when it goes up in, guess what dash, novel keys.
You like my marketing strategies? I'm glad you do, man. Someone had like half off B-Stock Salvations. Yeah, you know what? I totally forgot that B-Stock Salvations were a thing. So this probably was one of the really good deals that was B-Stock. You know what though? If that's really the only thing I can spot, let me see. That's not like a terrible B-Stock unit, considering this can easily be fixed. Alright, let's do... Oh, I did this right. I think it was the sale before the B stock. Oh, okay, then maybe that's a little bit of an annoying thing to have to deal with then. That might be a little bit more annoying then, but either way, if you'd like me to, I can fix it. If not, I don't know if you want to message Novel Keys or something about it, but totally up to you, my friend. But could be B stock for sure. It could be. I also would have to double check your invoice or something. I don't really like February 14th, but maybe I can be the one for you. God damn, Zane. I gotta steal that. That's actually pretty fucking good, bro. That is a really... That was clean. That was really clean. Oh, man. Caps Lock did the client want? There's only one option, guys. There's only one option for Caps Lock. I can't do much with the Caps Lock option. There's not a whole hell of a lot of options for this board. This particular PCB is pretty limited. We'll put this as, I think this is fitting for the, I think this is fitting for Caps Lock. I really want to find the function, a super, or well, you know, let's use meta. That works for me. But let's still try to find a function here. And I also want to find the delete key. So be patient with me here. Please be patient. Because, no, that's the wrong profile, wrong profile. I have 2 sets of Crimson Cadet. I really love Crimson Cadet. It's a great set. And for some stupid reason, I put both in here and didn't separate them. I got really lazy one day. And that's on me. There's no one else to blame. Here, we'll do this one here, actually, over here. Case, how you doing? Oh, you know what? Let's do... Does this work maybe more? Maybe let's do this. I like Crimson Cadet. It's a good set. I've always thought Crimson Cadet's a good set. So I picked up double the sets. There we go. Perfect. I know this is supposed to be backspace, but you know what? We'll just leave it like this for now. Good luck finding this in this mess.
Alex, can you be the film to my Nixie? Happy Valentine's Day.
Dude, we should do like little Valentine's Day exchanges, you know. I see backspace though. Well, it's okay. It's fine now. God damn, this is so red. Holy cow. That is insanely red. Oops, wrong button here. This needs to be side cam. Yes, there we go. Very, very red. I mean, this does look really good with the silver. It does look really, really good. Ooh. I think I nailed the... Sometimes it takes some tweaking to do some of the standoffs and the leaves, the leaf springs on the bottom. But I think I nailed them right away. Ah! There we go.
Evening, Alex.
Oh,
sorry for being tardy to the stream and missing roll call at the
It's
start.
probably so annoying.
Decided to go to an
and I
early
went to my
dinner and
speakers.
took the missus to downtown Austin for Cheesecake
Sorry,
Factory
guys.
since she's never been there. She asked that I put on nice clothes, so of course I picked out my freshly dried Alexotos Mechanical Keep Club shirt and she said, "Hey yo."
Hey, yo, for real, dude. Did you actually do that, though? Was it an actual thing you just did? I feel like I'm at the airport. My bad, guys. Hold on, I want to just fix up this particular guy over here. I may actually want to change one thing, which is maybe we move a different switch to the spacebar. I love the alphas. Let me tune the spacebar stops. I really like the alphas on this board. Holy cow, I love the alphas. So I did go pretty damn light on these. Yeah, I'm gonna try a different spacebar here in a second, but I also might... Do I love the... I don't mind the spacebar. I think I just kind of want like a more pop to the spacebar. I don't know if that's what you want, by the way, JN, but I love these alphas. Love these alphas so much. Let me try a different switch, and then if the switch is not doing anything, I'm gonna try something with the mounts on the bottom and do something different there. Damn, I really like these alphas a lot. Therak, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. So nice.
Nice salvation.
Thanks, dude. Go for it. Alphas sound amazing. No, these alphas are insane. I mean, the cherry switch sounds pretty nice in this too. Maybe I don't need to change anything on this. Let me see one thing though. Let's take out this. Yeah, there's a small ding on this board. It's okay though. We'll figure it out. Sounds great with the cherry. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. I want to try one thing though. I am kind of wondering, maybe these need to be slightly adjusted so they don't ping. That's what I'm talking about the adjusting of these leaf springs here. Because They do need to be kind of altered. I think that sounds a little bit better. But I'm also curious, what if we was to just remove these two? Let's just take these guys out. And give the spacebar some room to breathe here. Ooh, I think that might be a little bit better. Let's see. I've actually never tried this with the Salvation, just removing those two. But it doesn't, you can actually get rid of those and not have it be... Yeah, I think that's perfect now. Yeah. Gives it some room to breathe underneath, so there's no sharp mounting there on the bottom. Oh yeah, that sounds way better. Yeah, I'm gonna try the milky yellow too. You could actually technically 3D print things for this, yeah, for sure. Let's put back the milky in this and see if we can get back, because I don't know if the scratchy cherry switch works for this overall build. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. So nice. If you press hard enough, this probably will bottom out though, but I don't think anyone's doing that to their keyboard, but that's also just the Salvation. Wow. Be right back while I go, while I buy the $100 Salvation from Ash Caves. I've always thought the Salvation sounds really good, but... wait, Alex, do you prefer full milky or black bottom? I think they're both really nice. Jane, I'll also give you this just so you can play around with it too, but... Sounds really good. I'm actually... This might be one of the better Salvations I've ever built. Like, this is genuinely so nice sounding. I also want to say that maybe I've just gotten a little bit better at looping switches over the last, like, 4 or 5 years I've done this, but... I just removed the two leaf springs right over here. But, damn, this sounds really good. I just love how full these alphas sound. Wow. Yeah, it's like... Damn, that actually is really nice. Thank you, Jay, and appreciate it, man. And anytime, dude. I'm glad I could make you happy with this board. Alex is a pro and always be a pro. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Boney. Damn. Time to swap out mine to milky yellows. I mean, even before you do that, Zane, I would just make sure you have all the mounting points, like, you know, so they're not pinging the side of the case. But the milky yellows sound delicious here. I really, 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 really like this. Holy crap. You know, I still have my Salvation that I recently took all my switches out. I think I'm also going to rebuild mine with these, because this is so good. Wow. I'm invoicing you for the purchase. Oh, shit, my bad, bro. Do you have any recommendations for short pole switches? Do you mean just regular travel length? Or what do you mean by that, Kin? Now put a wooden PCB in this and do the sound test? I actually don't have a wooting PCB to even try that. I would love to, but I don't have a wooting PCB at the moment. All right, well, goddamn. I am extremely, extremely happy with how this turned out. So nice.
Discovering your channel was my salvation.
Hey,
Smile.
yo, dude, that is very kind of you. Appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you. Can we get a stream where you just go through your current collection with sound tests of each board, maybe ranking your boards? Honestly, how about... If I want to stream the week remember the week I told you guys I'm not really doing much, like I don't plan on streaming just because I really need to like take some time to do other work, not just content on streaming. I still want to get on and do like random things. Yeah, I have like one build maybe planned that entire week. It's the week of February 24th to March 2nd. I only have one build planned. Maybe we can put a stream in there because I'm purposely not streaming anything that week. Maybe I can just like randomly do a board stream with just stuff I have around here that's my own things. Not everything has keycaps though, and I don't know if I want to disassemble everything just to put keycaps on them all. But we can definitely go through some of the collection. Maybe that can be a fun little thing to go through. I don't have a crazy collection compared to some people though. I've given a lot of stuff away over the years, so like even my own personal things, some rare things, like I just don't have a whole lot. Ash Cubes is reputable, yeah. But I'm down. Alex, can you send me a can you just remind me when and where I can get GMK Crimson Cadet? Isn't Novel Keys doing a small batch pre-order soon? My Toxic Unicorn? I also have the green one, but the green one is it's a really bad sound profile right now. It's pretty bad right now. I don't really like the green one, the way it sounds. The Toxic's nice. That'd be okay, but bath time better? Huh? The plateless corn was not it, Elquan. I still don't know why I bothered to do it on that board. I don't know what went through my head thinking a plateless, well, pseudo plateless, O-ring mounted board. I don't even know what was going through my head, man. I had to step away, but this has a nice look to it. How does it sound? It sounds really good. Genuinely in love with the way these alphas sound. Just so everyone knows, like, and this is a client build, this is not like a sponsored build or anything like that, just so everyone knows. This is literally the sound how I like alphas. Like, this is like the perfect alpha sound for me. Obviously, we're all different, but this is how I like most of my boards. This spacebar is also really good. I would say this is like 90% to how I like a spacebar. But I think the nicest spacebar I think I have are different mounting styles entirely. I don't know if this particular board can get to that particular sound profile, but I use GS2. I love GS2 on Milky Yellows. I think GS2 lube and Milky Yellows, if you want this kind of like, I don't even know how to describe the sound profile properly, but I think it gives this sound profile for alphas. All right, though, guys. Little stream today for JN. I hope JN loves the board. JN, I'm gonna see if I have some stuff that we can touch up your board here. I'll see if it works. If not, again, I'll leave it up to you what you want to do with your board here. But and I know you're trolling, but I'm still gonna click the keys for you. Okay. I'd love a little blurb on each of your boards. Yeah, I can do something like that. All right, though, guys. I know it's a little bit of a shorter one today. We've done so many streams this week, and we're doing more, so we're not done yet. But I'm glad you guys even wanted to stick around for this much all week. It's been a lot of streams. Thanks for tuning in. I know it's only an hour and a half, but I'm a little tired today, if you guys don't mind. Really, really happy with the way this turned out. I'm so happy. The majority of my day actually was spent looping these switches. So this is like, this makes me really happy that this turned out good. But I think I'm going to go to bed. Or not even just go to bed. I think I'm just going to take a break right now. I just need to like go play some games or just like not eat or anything, but just like go chill or something like that. I don't know what I want to do. I think it is time though to go sit down for a little bit. But let's go read BTMC. I see him on. I don't know what he's doing, but I hope it's cool. We love Ed. Oh, wrong board.
Great week of
Is
streams.
Marcia on?
Enjoy. I'm off, my guy.
Let's go read Marcia. Screw it. Marcia and her cool new hair. I'm here for it. Thank you, Burn. Appreciate it, man. Game it up. Yeah, I think I need some sleep. I'm gonna do a few little tweaks to this, Jan, and then I'm gonna show you some pictures of it in the morning and stuff. And I'm gonna take those photos for you as well with this set. I hope that's cool. I'm gonna take those tomorrow morning. Let's go read AP. I'll give you credit when Mike opens stream again on buying my set of Gym. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that, Anik. That's really nice of you. Thank you, man. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you guys had an awesome little Thursday. Or is it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. I hope you guys had a good Thursday. Sleep well, guys. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll talk to you guys probably tomorrow sometime. I don't know when we're going to stream tomorrow, but probably sometime tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, I'll leave you guys a message in Discord for Saturday. We're going to be doing one of the classic glows. I really want to see how that thing looks when I open it up and use it on stream. So take care, everybody. Love you. Bye.